a bit of a roller coaster. What's your emotions after that one?
Yeah, certainly was. Just let ourselves down in the first half. It was. We showed what we're capable of doing in the second half, but you can't play a half of football like that against a quality opposition and expect to be, close. So for us, a good lesson. Got to go back to the drawing board, prepare well, and go back to Sydney. It's 1-1, so we'll see how we go in game 3.
Despite that slow start, you got yourselves back into the game. That last 5 or 10 minutes had a chance. How do you see the way you executed those last 5 or so minutes?
Yeah, I think when we look at the video, I think we'll see opportunities, but I think we created 5 tries to 4, but I just get back to discipline, completions. We were nowhere near the mark in the first 40, so that was disappointing, but I was proud of them obviously in the second half because they dug deep and showed everyone what they're capable of doing, but you've got to go 2 halves. It's an old cliche, but it's true.
Aussies didn't help the 8-0 penalty count. What were your thoughts on that at half time? Were you really that poorly disciplined? A bit stiff?
I can't tell you what I honestly think, so I'm not going to say that.
What do you think Jerome Laurie, a bit of a change in your halves, obviously? How do you think Jerome went?
I thought he was good. Certainly brought good energy to the performance. Like all the players, we had some good moments, but we can be a lot better. So that's on me and it's on the team. So I've got to make sure that I review myself first and foremost, and I'll do that, and then we'll come back in the game 3.
Was Nathan fully fit? Didn't do a lot of kicking in the first half, goal kicking, compression bandage. Did he pick up an injury late in the week? How was he?
Nah, he just felt a bit tight in his groin, so we wanted to sort of limit the amount of force that he put through there. He's a tough kid, Nathan. We know what a quality player he is, but he's tough, and his groin was tight, but he got through okay.
Was there any concern of what they would have played?
No.
Version of events around the Jerome Luai alleged hand on face incident was placed on report for.
No,
Isaah, you were in that one? On Ruben Cotter? First half. 20 seconds.
I thought it was just like a facial. Yeah. So, yeah,
I didn't see it up in the footage. Like, he put him on report, but I didn't see why. I thought it was facial. There was a fair few of those in the game, but
we saw a fair few of them in game 1 too.
So you're disappointed with the Pack's performance? I mean, you had them under the pump in game 1, but they really fired up, didn't they, the Maroons tonight?
They did. Yeah, they did. We're own worst enemies too. Like, on our try line a lot, just through our discipline, through errors. Like, we just couldn't get out of our own way at the moment, at the time, and then they had all the momentum. So it was obviously, to be fair, it was a game of 2 hours. I felt like we probably had momentum through the middle of the field in that second half, but you can't do that to a pack like that who are obviously emotional off the back of game 1, but just more so as a team. I just felt like I thought Cam Munce was running a lot, which they just wanted to be in the game, and when things are going right for you, everyone wants the ball. So we just didn't do a good enough job of just holding our hands up. We just compounded too much. But it was ill-disciplined. We'd finally get the ball back, and we'd drop the ball early, wouldn't get a good set end. And thought we spoke about it really well at half time. There was no panic, so that was a really good thing. But you just can't miss a jump in this. Sometimes scoring the first try can be a bad thing, and it might have been that for us tonight. But the good thing is we've got an opportunity now back home in the decider, and there's nothing better.
So what did you make of the 8-0 penalty count? Did you get an explanation from Ash what was going on at the first half?
There's certainly a few that we're shooting ourselves in the foot with, and they're just penalties. Other ones are 50-50. Some nights you get them, some nights you don't. So. But what you can't do is you can't go drop the ball early in the next time, in the tackle count next set when you've got the ball. So you'd obviously like that to be a bit more even, but we're our own worst enemy at times as well. So Yeah.
I know it's bloody hard from the sideline, but to leave 6 points out there off the boot again, how frustrating is it that it could have been the other way? It could have been a 4-point win.
Yeah, look, I don't sort of you want to kick goals, but there's a lot more things that we needed to do that I was disappointed in. Like, goal kicking's way down the list. It's more about our execution, intent. There was a lot of things we didn't do well in the first half. So that's what I was more concerned with. Yeah.
Laurie, were you comfortable with the Nathan Cleary try being overturned?
Was that the obstruction? Yeah, I mean, Steph was there, so he has to get out of the road. So I think players are smart though to run into it, but I think it was the correct decision. Yeah.
And did you see enough in the second half to keep the confidence that you've got the right 17 players to win you the series in Sydney, or
well,
stuff worry you?
I was confident at half time. So. I know what this group is capable of, and that's the thing I suppose that you get disappointed with, because they never gave themselves that opportunity. But it's 1-1. That's what Origin is all about. It creates theatre and creates headlines, and I'm sure everyone wants a decider, and they've got it.
Disappointed, sense up to the one that got away. Should have won it, really.
I think I know what our best football is, and when we play our best football, I know what we're capable of doing and giving. And as I said, I got to take responsibility, because we started well, but the first half wasn't great. So I got to look at what I've done, because something's not right.
Was your ability to play your best football, was that impacted by, one, Nathan's little leg thing going on, and the late arrival of Jerome, and your ability to... Is that a factor in the way you played in that first half?
Oh, no, I just think we just missed the jump with just completion. Like it really was just errors and penalties, and just compounded, and we just made it really hard for ourselves. And Queensland were good. Like Queensland, we knew what we were going to come up against, and they delivered. And with the amount of criticism that they received, which was way over the top, we just knew that they were going to be better. So, we're going to be better, and we will be better.
What do you make of the last 48 hours, the noise around Queensland, backs against the wall, Billy under a lot of pressure? Do you think that galvanised them at all? I haven't sort of asked you about how you felt the last 48 hours have unfolded.
Yeah, and I'm not dodging the question. I've just been focused on the group. I really have. I haven't really discussed anything. I just know that my energy's been channeled into the boys. So, I don't really know. And to be fair, mate, I don't. When I'm in camp, I don't read papers. I don't go near them, because I just don't want to know what's going on in the world, and I don't want to know what's going on in rugby league as well. But I wouldn't be able to tell you what's happening.
So that came from us after the game, talking about how they wanted to do it for Billy, and that was a motivator. Like, do you think that was a set thing that might have galvanised them a little bit, that motivation?
Mate, I don't know. I don't know. I think any time you play in an Origin game, you're pretty motivated. There's a lot of reasons to be motivated, but I don't know.